Alrighty, hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine. I gotta be honest with you guys, this movie is not perfect, but it's fun as hell. This is a great film, guys. I gotta say, it's actually really fun. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it probably about the same as the first two, even though the first one's probably the best one. It's just fun. This movie's fun. It's so fun. I'm gonna say fun a lot. It's a fun movie, guys. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. Okay, no, seriously, before my brainwalk gets in too deep here, this movie's great. This movie is exactly what the box office needed. This is exactly what the Marvel fans needed. This movie is what I wanted out of a MCU film. And it's not even really an MCU film, to be honest. It's all Ryan Reynolds. This is a Ryan Reynolds film. And I'm really, really happy that Hugh Jackman came back to reprise his role as Wolverine. It's perfect. I've been waiting for this for years. And it's about damn time they finally put him in the yellow costume. Because the yellow costume is awesome. It's really awesome. I don't know when I'm going to get into the spoilers, so before I do, I'm just going to say the film is not perfect. The plot's a little over the place, but besides that, when you go into when you go into the theater to watch this film, you are going to have a great time. Lots of great cameos, lots of good rated R stuff, lots of blood, lots of swearing, but in a good way, not over the top, not under the bin, nothing dumb, fun, perfect. Now again, the TVA is in this little let down. They're not that great. They kind of break the universe still, but whatever. It works in the context of this film. So what I gotta say is, with no spoilers, I gotta give this at least 15 hot dogs out of 20 hot dogs, maybe 17 hot dogs out of 20 hot dogs. It is not hot dog bong water. It is perfect, cheesy goodness. It's like getting yourself a goddamn chili cheese dog, okay? It's good. It's good. It's delicious. But that said, let's go on to some spoilers. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled on this film, step away now, because honestly, you will get spoiled on what I'm about to say. So, right off the bat, the first thing I'm going to spoil, to be honest, is freaking Blade. Oh my god. Wesley Snipes' Blade is in this movie, guys. And I didn't know this. I didn't know he was in this, okay? When I went to go see this opening night, I wasn't spoiled at all. I was spoiled on X-23. I knew she was going to be in this. They showed her in the trailer. In the final trailer, so that was kind of disappointing. And I kind of heard rumors before it all came out. But, so, Blade, on the other hand, I did not know was going to be in this movie. And I am a huge Blade fan. And I am so happy Wesley Snipes came back. And he's just as great as he's ever been. Like, he's great. I don't know how Ryan Reynolds really got him. I know he called him up after 20 years. But still, they got him. And it's perfect. The second surprise cameo that I didn't know was in this was Gambit, Channing Tatum's Gambit. I did not know that was going to happen in this movie. Again, that was a canceled Marvel film that's been hanging over our heads, threatening us for years. And it finally kind of happened in a cameo in the Deadpool and Wolverine film, which is awesome. There is one cameo that I did know was going to be in this because I was kind of spoiled on it. But not like when the movie was coming out, like just months ago, I heard rumors that Elektra was going to be in this. The same Elektra from the 2005 film, from the spin-off of the Daredevil film. And she's great. She's really good. I've always had a weird vendetta with that film. It's not the greatest, but I also don't hate that film. It's better than Catwoman, guys. Come on. It's better than Catwoman. But seriously, it was great to see all three of them come back and reprise their legendary roles. And they all got a good piece to shine in this film, which is awesome. So enough of the cameos for the moment. I'm going to just hop into the actual film here. So basically, the film starts out with Wade Well, actually, the film starts out with Wade digging up Wolverine's body from Logan, and he's mad because he's actually dead. And the TVA comes out of nowhere, and he kills them, of course, with Logan's body, which, a bit of an insult to the film, but whatever. It was done right, so I like it. Then it flashes a little bit back, and we find out that Wade hanged up the Deadpool costume. He's working with Peter at some call salesman gig, whatever, and he's trying to sell cars. And basically, he he still kind of wants to be Deadpool, but he also can't be Deadpool, so he isn't anymore. And then the TVA shows up at his birthday, and they take him, all right, because they need him. They need him. And so he goes in there. He wakes up after peeing himself, soiling himself, and they basically tell him a lot of expedition really quickly. And well, there you go. And basically, they're gonna wipe his whole universe and kill all his friends and all his family, and he can't go with that because apparently Wolverine died, and he's the tether of this universe. And the tether thing really didn't make much sense if you really think about it, because like does it start when they're born, and what if they're only like 80 years old or maybe 200 years old, and they're born and then they die, so the universe just dies off? Like, it just doesn't fully make sense to me, but it's fine. I'm sure it'll be explained maybe one day even better. But anyways, he headbutts the TVA guy. I think his name's Paradox. He takes the time portal thingy, and he goes through all his multiversal time jumper thing, and he goes through all the universes looking for a new Wolverine to replace, Logan's spot. That's when he finds out Logan's actually dead. He does some cool Wolverine stuff with his corpse. And then he ends up fighting a Wolverine. The one that we see in the film throughout the entire thing. But before that, we get a bunch of really cool cameos. We get Hulk versus Wolverine cameo. We get, I think it's Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, I believe. We get a Henry Cavill Wolverine, which is really cool. That was probably my favorite Wolverine. The first one, I think, was the short round Wolverine, which was really funny. A comic accurate Wolverine. He was really tiny, little guy. And then, so he finds him, like the one we're hanging out with for the whole film. He's all drunk. He did some bad stuff, apparently. He killed a bunch of humans. But anyways, they go back to the TVA. They hate them. They send them to the void. They run into Johnny Storm, which they first think is Captain America, but it's not. Now, this is another cameo that I was spoiled on months ago. I had a feeling, or actually, I was told that this was going to happen, so it wasn't that much of a surprise. I basically called it before he took off the hood, but it was still really great to see. Also, I kind of thought he died right off the bat, but he didn't. He actually got a little bit more play until he got his skin ripped off of his fucking body by, what's her name again? The bald lady. Oh my god, I know it. Anyways, the main villain of this movie is actually really good. I'm trying to remember what her name is again. God damn it. It's Charles' sister. Oh my god, I forgot her name. Should I go? I should go look this up, actually. Cassandra? Is that her name? I'm gonna call her Cassandra because I think that's her name. I don't remember. Anyways, Cassandra Nova? Is that her name? I think that's her name. Yeah, she's actually really good. She's a great villain. I really liked her. She was creepy and she was menacing, and I like the weird hand thing she did in Wade's face. No, going back on that, the Sabretooth fight was kind of lackluster, but it was still cool to see. Wolverine fighting Deadpool in the beginning there was really, really fun. Seeing all the classic X-Men cameos from like all the old villains from all the old movies. Great. I really thought that was great. I know they recast a couple characters, but that's fine. But I thought it was really good. I thought it was fun. Deadpool's and Wolverine's chemistry throughout this entire thing is also fantastic. I really, really liked it. I thought they play off each other perfectly. And Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are actually really good friends in real life, so it worked out really well. What else is there? That's Oh, the Honda Odyssey, I think is what it is. That's another great fight. I really like that fight when they're fighting in the Honda. It's really funny, man. I'm gonna fight you now. Oh, really? Are you now? And then they fight. Um, yeah, that's also the thing. So we get to we got jump to the very last ending fight when Deadpool and Wolverine fight all the Deadpool variants. Fantastic, except for the fact that it's kind of lackluster because they all kind of can't die, except for Nice Pool, which was hilarious. So Nice Pool is a little woke, and he gets murdered. He gets absolutely murdered by real Deadpool, and it's brutal and it's funny, and I really liked it. Deadpool's a complete murderer. But before we get the big Deadpool fights, the Deadpools fight, the Deadpool army fight, we get to see Hugh Jackman finally, for the first time in like 20 something years, put on his cowl, his yellow cowl, and it's great. It's freaking awesome, guys. I love it. I can't believe they finally did it after all these years, and it just feels right. It just feels right. Um, After that, Peter shows up and saves them because apparently every Deadpool has a Peter throughout the multiverse, which I guess makes sense. Kinda, maybe. I don't really know, but yeah. And so, yeah, no, they got to go down and stop Sandra Nova, whatever the hell her name is, because she's going to, like, destroy the multiverse because Paradox had, like, this weird, like, time ripple thing. It's a huge MacGuffin, whatever they call them. And Deadpool and Wolverine have to go down and they have to stop her. They can't really get in the room, so the only way to stop her is to go into like this chamber underneath the time ripple, and only one of them can sacrifice himself. So Deadpool and Wolverine are like standing there all talking to each other, and Wolverine's like, "I'm gonna sacrifice myself, Wade. You did everything for me. Thank you for redeeming me, and this is my only chance. I'm gonna do it." And Wade's like, nope, I'm gonna do it. And he tricks him and he locks him out of the room. And Wade goes to sacrifice himself. And I guess it's a good thing Wolverine can bust down the door because Wade can't reach. And luckily, just in time, Wolverine grabs Deadpool's hand and he helps him destroy the antimatter and regular matter, whatever it was. And Wolverine's shirt explodes and comes off, and like Deadpool gives him the sexy look, like ooh la la, and basically they save the universe, but they die. I'm just kidding. They actually don't die. They survive. The lady from Loki, the TVA lady from Loki, she comes and she's like, "Paradox, what are you doing, you dumbass? You're trying to destroy the multiverse." I'm not a big fan of her in Loki, but in this she's actually okay. She ends up hitting on Peter, which is kind of funny. And then Paradox is like, shit, they survived, and I guess Paradox gets dragged away off into some like portal. We're never gonna see him again, I guess. Maybe we will. And yeah, that's practically the whole plot. The TVA lady from Loki's like, "You guys saved the universe, so you get to stay here now. You know, yeah." And yeah, so they get chimichangas. No wait, shawarma. They eat shawarma. Yeah, they eat shawarma and they have a good time. And oh yeah, Dogpool. Dogpool survives. The TVA doesn't get Dogpool, and Dogpool ends up hanging out with Wade and Logan. So at first they're gonna like, so Logan's gonna like walk away from Wade, and I guess Wade's like, "No, man, stick around." So they go up to the room, they hang out with Blind Al, and that's basically the end of the movie. Everybody's safe, everyone's back together. So is X-23. They're all together, and it's a really happy, sweet ending. And I'm very happy that this movie ends on a good note. And nobody actually really died except for Nice Pool. Surprisingly, he's the only guy who died. And what can I say, man? I really like this movie. It's a dumb, fun movie. It's not perfect, but it's fun. And I really think that if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna like it. And I highly recommend going to see it, especially with the Wolverine popcorn bucket. That thing is so weird. You gotta get one. I haven't seen one yet, but if you find one, get it. Anyways, thanks you for watching, guys. I'm gonna go to bed now. And yeah, have a good one. And Wolverine's butt's nice. Also, one last thing. Yes, Gladiator is playing in the background. I just realized I should have turned it off, but I'm too lazy. So, good night, guys. Bye. Also, Deadpool's butt is shamushing.